So welcome to another video, and let's see what the market has for us. And sorry for not posting the last tip, but let's look at the markets. So today we are starting with the DXY, also known as the dollar index, and we want to see which direction. And as you can see, it's bullish, and we still have to wait to maybe to go to that point. Yeah. Because one, using our Fibonacci, you can see it tapped our 50% Fibonacci. Yeah, it tapped our 50% Fibonacci at this point. And all we have just to wait is either a break of this or break of that. And our next target can use the Fibonacci, and this could even go. There's no target there. Let's target maybe the middle point here, around here, and could even go to that point after looking it to continue going up and even up to that point. Yeah, so just have to wait for a break and retest, and a break and retest which look like this, a break and a retest before continuing with the buy. Yeah, and as you can see, we still have to wait for this to touch the 70%, and as you can see, it went for first, it touched the, not really touched, but yeah, you can see at this point the same at this point. Yeah, so you can see it was oversold, so that's a good time to buy. Well, you can buy from this point to that point. Yeah, so I'm still bullish on the DXY, and as you can see, it broke above the 800 moving average, and yeah, that's a confirmation for continuation of the buyers. Yeah, so I'm still bullish on the DXY, and we can go on the USD card. First here at this point, it was created on Thursday stick, and what created this point is this. That's what we are want to see, and as you can see, it was broke for this one. So this was the one that created this high, and so using a Fibonacci, we just have to buy above the, or no, below the 50%, and as you can see, it's still going, it's still bullish. So you just do it, and as you can see, at this point it broke our RSI, which is the middle point, and just have to wait for it to come strip this point, or yeah, target our moving average, our 50, no, our 200 moving average before continuing with the bullish, and we should continue buying. And if if it doesn't show a sweep, we can just wait for it to break this point, from this point to this point before continue buying. And if it breaks this point, it will be a continuation of a bullish momentum, and just wait for a break and test, and yeah, that could be a target point. So that's my take on this, and as you can see, you just have to wait for it to ever come to this point before pushing. So you only just have to wait for it to touch the 70% of the RSI before we continue buying. So we still bullish on UCHF, the higher time frame. Going on this USD card, is still consolidating at this point, and this consolidation has took a long time from almost June 24th to till today. Still on this consolidation, and that's not a good point to be in at this point. And as you can see, it really broke this point, and as you can see, it broke this point, and it's on a downward momentum. So could target this point and just go to this point over 800 moving average. Yeah, that could be a point. And yeah, even at that 200 moving average, you can see that at that 800 moving average, which was on the 1 hour time frame, you can see at the high, you can see it acts as a 200 moving average. Yeah, so this could be a point to target, and yeah, target this point, and we'll see what will happen after this. So either it will continue or break and continue going down. And as you can see, we still just have to wait for it to touch the 70%, which is triggers. It has not been done at the 4 hours, and as you can see at the 1 hour, still bullish. So that's not really a good conference, but as you can see, it did not really just first. As you can see, it I can explain at this point. So you can see that first it came and did not really break. And came and did not really break this point, and did not really break this point, which acts as a good resistant. And it did not really break this resistance during that period. And this was our last. Yeah. So I'm still waiting for a downward push to this point, which is our 200 moving average, which will look for maybe a continuation to continue going up. But we'll see what the market does for going on the one day time frame. You can see that yeah. You can see first, you can also see that this is going on a downward momentum. As you can that downward momentum, and it really crossed. So we just have to wait for it to come and first take the 50, which could be a first take profit as a one day time frame, and a second profit could be as it touches the 100%. So so that's my take on that, and you can to take a source on this that point to that point could be a one, but let me minimize it. Yeah, and that could be a 2.17 ratio, and that's good. So I'm gonna enter that trade today before going to sleep. And you can see on the USD card. USD card still have to wait for it to touch this point and reach you could first. It could either continue or continue going down. So I'm still not taking that trade, but if it breaks the good position to continue buying. But all we just have to wait is for it to touch the 30% before the 30. So I'm not really going to enter those buys until I see it touches the 30 like this point. As you can see, the point where it touched the 30%. What did it do? It continued going up. Yeah. So that's all I'm looking. And as soon as it touched our 70% RSI, which is overbought, meaning that sellers coming in, what did it do? It took its sales. Yeah. So that's what I'm waiting for. Wait to break, and just looking at our USD GPU, first you can see it broke this point after a long time, and what really created this point is this high. That high was unexpected that low, and using a Fibonacci, we want to take sales below the 50%. As you can see, the below 50% is this point, and we can also see at that point it was this two. One, it is the 800 moving average, which is acting as a support, and we just have to wait for it is a change of character. And the change of character, if it breaks this point, if it breaks this point, we're continuing to go bearish, bearish. Yeah, that's how I'll take on that. If it breaks, it's gonna continue going bearish, or this could even go this way. This could also continue even going up. But as you can see, this point, it really broke, and this led to this dominant momentum, and now it's going to regain a upward move. So all we just have to wait is a break of this low for it to confirm that we're gonna continue our downward momentum. Yeah. So that's my take on the GBP USD, and maybe target this low, our previous low. Told you that it is a break and a retest. And if it does that, if that doesn't work out, we just have to wait and see what will happen. And if we come to that point, we just have to wait and see if there is any form of character change before we continue going, because we are still on bearish momentum at this point. Yeah. So that's my take on the GBP USD. Going on the NZD, AUD NZD, I was really looking for buys, but I don't really see it working out. But I was thinking of it to go to this point, just like the, let's say the, which was the USDG, USDG. As you can see, once it came to this low, what did it do? It continued, and once it, and it's about to take this high, and that's all I want. The same thing I want as the AUD NZD. At this point, once it reached this point, let me mark this point. What's it with this point? Still wanted it to come to this point, and that hasn't really worked out. And let's see what will happen next. Just have to, I want it to come and sweep above this point. Yeah, so that's my take on that. And as you can see, this was a low which was created, and this was my other low which was created. And it's created that high using the Fibonacci. You can use this as a Fibonacci, and it stopped with 50 and went up. And using again the Fibonacci from this point to this point, as you can see, it is at the 50%. So all we just have to wait is for a change of character to continue with our bearish momentum. And I don't really think this will support, but let's just wait and see. And you can see it's really going to 30%. And once we touched it touches our 30%, we want to continue with the price. So it's either to sweep this point before continuing up, or we just continue going down. So all we just have to wait is a change of character. That will be a confirmation for that. Yeah. Or even control. But no, let's just wait for that. Wait for to touch the 30% before continuing with the bearish or bullish pairs to sweep this high. Yeah, so that's my take on that. Going on the AUD USD, it's really not that volatile, but let's see what we have. This was one which was broken, and this was the one that made this low for the sun. And we just have to check our sales again below the 50%. Yeah. So what do you want to do is take off Fibonacci or cut our 50%, and it hasn't really touched our 50%. And you can see this is like a head and shoulder, which it could even continue going up. All we just have to wait is to take our sales above the 50%, and first you have to try to suit this point or continue to that point before for change of character, which and there's also this imbalance over here, which could also be filled, but all we just have to wait is for the change of character. That's the thing that separates or really indicates that we're going to change our direction and continue moving down. And first, can wait for a change of character over here and target. And this you can use this to take it maybe this point, or if you just have to wait on a swing trader, maybe wait to even that point or to that point. But if you don't want to stay long, maybe in the middle. Yeah. And as you can see, our 1 day we can see our 800 moving average is at this point. And as you can see, we're still on a bearish at this point. As you can see, it touched our 30 and started going up. So we'll just wait and see what will happen. Let's not rush, and yeah, see what will happen. That's on our AUD USD. So maybe here or here, or maybe between these 2 points before continuing on our bearish bias. Yeah. So that's my take on the AUD USD. And this could even, you can see it touched our 30%, and really it did not touch our 70%. And all we just have to wait is this could also break and continue going up, touch our 70% before continue going down. All we just have to do is we want to take our buys and sells using the oversold and overbought prices. So that's my take on that. Following the Euro USD, I'm still bearish, but there's been a pullback for almost from 26th June to 26th, yeah, from 24th to 7th July. That's a long time for it to consolidate, but I'm still bearish to this point before we continue taking our sales. But all the time I'm still bearish. Yeah, so there's that. And what really made this low is this high. Using a Fibonacci, you can see if it really went below 50%, as you can see it touched it only touched this point and went down. So maybe we wait for it to continue going up to that point or even this point before we continue going bearish. And why am I saying this? One, as you can see, it also touched our 30%, you know, 12%, which is mostly over and oversold. So taking buys here, just have to wait for it to touch our 70% before continuing selling. And this could even continue that point. Even on 1 hour, you can see here it's still bullish. 4, I'm still bullish, but you just have to wait for it to break and go to this point. And you can see that this demand, which is our last bullish at the block, our last bullish, yeah, before we continue selling. Yeah, so that's my take on that. And if you want to continue with the buyers at this point, you just have to wait to see this low, and this is our low. This was the one that created that high. And you can target that high before you continue selling. But if you're a risk taker, you can take that buy to that point. And if you don't want to lose, you can just have to wait for it to touch here or here before continuing selling. And we'll just have to wait for a change of character in the dollar. I'm just waiting for it. A change of character before continuing selling to even this point. And if it's not that point, it will continue going down or lower. And the next point is this point. So that's my take here or here. So that's my take on that. Going on the US NZD USD, I'm still bearish, but on the higher time frame is still bullish. Yeah. So our on our daily time frame, you can see that it's starting to act as a sweep of liquidity at this point. Yeah. As you can see, it's starting to act as a sweep of liquidity, and this could continue going up before we continue selling. Yeah, so that's all I'm seeing. Now let's see what we target before continuing selling. One, you can see this was the one that was broken, and what really broke that is that high, this high, and it created this low. So we just wait it to go again. This is the thing I've been using, so below the 50%, so continue going up, maybe above the 50 or your target of moving average at that point or at that point before we continue selling. Continue selling. So just wait for that. But I'm not really seeing any trades for this week. So yeah, I'll just go to the market. I took some sales on GBP USD and I took from this point. Let's see. Yeah, it was from that point to I was to target that point and stop loss was above here. Our I got it at this point and the target our low. So that's what I took. To the 2 to 3 ratio and I got out. So let's just wait and see what the market will show us or indicate to us. So just have to wait for a change. And this is a good trade for me to take. And we just have to wait for a change of character again before our sales to take place. So that's on the GBP, GPU, GBP USD, not GBP, and we can use the if it breaks and if that breaks above this point, we'll continue being bullish. But if it breaks below this point, we just take out, wait for it to go down and take ourselves. So that's my take on GBP USD. Anything else? Not really. So I'm going to take over. It was USD card. So I'm going to take this and see what will happen. And I'll take it to that point, enter at this point, and let's see what will happen. 2 to 4 ratio. Go to our daily and see what will happen. Yeah, I can see we are still bearish. Over 4 time frame, we're still bearish. We're still bearish. On our one, little bit bullish, but we'll just have to wait and see. On our 45 is still, they're all bullish, but I'm still bearish. So apply risk management in any trade you take, and we'll see you on the next video. No, I was supposed to look on the gold and oil. So let's look at first gold. We're still on bullish, but I'm still bearish on this. And that's and why. One, this was the one that was dropped, and this was the high that led to that sweeping of that flow. And turning off Fibonacci, and see it swept to the 50%. The 50%, and this was almost the, but I'm not really taking trades right now on that. But just have to wait for one. You can see it's already going down, and this could go to this point or even this point before continuing up, but not really them, not really seeing any downward momentum unless we wait for a change of character. Maybe that reaches, then we continue selling. No, a break, a retest before we continue with our sales. And if that doesn't happen, then it will go like this. So we just have to wait for a break, and that break could be after a change of character, showing that not really a change of character, but a continuation. Yeah, so a change or a break which shows a continuation before a break and taking ourselves. And the reason why I'm taking sales is one is that you can see that we saw that the GBP, Euro, the AUD, the both they're all bearish. So I'm also expecting the gold or the XAUSD to continue going bearish. And if that doesn't play out, I just have to wait for break above that point. Yeah. Before going now and continuing with our bullish, and we could target maybe our higher. Yeah, that's all I can say on that. So we just have to wait for break. Anything else? Oil, oil, oil is which is it's a bit bearish, and it has been bearish. And using this, you can trade. You can use this to trade our CAD, which, as you can see, the oil is very bullish, showing that the CAD will fall. Yeah. When oil is, the CAD depends on oil. So if oil is bad, if oil doesn't go well, still got the CAD will go down. So yeah. Oh, let's see what will happen on the oil. Oil, oil, like I didn't see anything on the pause. Another one now we can see that actually this high and this demands on over here. So, yeah, on our pause, wait for it to respect. Wow, yeah. Yeah, so maybe I'm taking it, but I don't see any shares at this point, so I don't want to enter at any point. So yeah, let's see that it will come to this point, and we'll see what will happen at that point. Continue break. If it breaks, it continue going up. We'll just have to see. So that's my take on next week, or even this week, tomorrow or Friday. Okay, so thank you for watching. Subscribe, leave a like, and comment. Thank you, and have a blessed week and weekend. Okay.